Hi, boys and girls. I'm back again with my reading buddy, Duffy, and we are going to read a new book this time. It's called A Blue Whale, the biggest thing there is. And it's by Robert E. Wells. Something I'd like for you to think about whenever we're going through this book is some things that you could do. You can go outside and you can measure how big a blue whale is. I think you'd be super surprised to find out how long a blue whale actually is. It might be a fun activity. I'm going to read the first page too. It says, "This is a book about the universe and other very big things. So it uses very big numbers, even millions and billions. To remind you just how big those numbers are, try first counting to a smaller number to 100. At normal speed, that should take about 1 minute. You may want to count with mom and dad if you're doing it. Keep on counting and you'll reach 1,000 in about 12 minutes. If you decide to continue counting to 1,000,000, don't plan on doing anything else for a while. Counting for a steady 10 hours a day will take you about 3 weeks. If you are really ambitious and would like to count on to 1,000,000,000, you better make sure that is your career. Counting 12 hours a day, it will take you more than 50 years. We hope that you enjoy this book. It has some hundreds and thousands and lots of millions and billions. Will it give you big ideas? You can count on it." This is the tale of a blue whale. The flipper parts are called flukes. Just the flukes, all by themselves, are bigger than most of Earth's creatures. Here's the whole blue whale. It's not just bigger than most of Earth's creatures, it's bigger than all of them. A blue whale can grow to be 100 feet long and weigh 150 tons. It's the biggest animal that has ever lived. But of course, a blue whale is not the biggest thing there is. If you put 100 blue whales in a really big jar and then put 2 of those whale jars on an enormously large platform, whoops, it's upside down, and then made a tremendously tall tower out of 10 platforms of whale jars, that tower of whale jars would look quite small, oops, right there it is, balanced on the top of Mount Everest. Yes, Mount Everest is mighty big, but if it were hollow, it could hold millions of whale jars. But it's not even close to being the biggest thing there is. Even 100 Mount Everest stacked one on top of the other would be a mere whisker on the face of the earth. And just in case you thought our Earth was the biggest thing there is, here are 100 full-size Earths in a rather large bag next to our sun. There is no doubt about it, our sun is huge. More than 1,000,000 of our Earths would fit inside. It is so big that it can control the orbits of 9 planets and give us a sunburn for 93 million miles away. But even our sun is far from being the biggest thing there is. It's hard to imagine. Because if our sun were turned into a sun-sized orange and packed into an immense orange crate along with 99 other sun-sized oranges, it could be set on top of something much bigger, a red supergiant star called Antares. Stars come in many different sizes. Our sun and Antares are both stars, but our sun is a medium size and Antares is, well, it's supergiant. Antares is not always this big, all stars have lifetimes, and some, like Antares, expand to enormous sizes and turn red as they get close to the end of their lives. Antares has grown so big that more than 50 million of our suns would fit in size. How could anything be that big, and how could anything be bigger? Our galaxy, the Milky Way, is much, much bigger. A galaxy is a gathering of great number of stars. The Milky Way is made up of billions of stars, including Antares. Along with those stars, there are countless comets, asteroids, lots of meteors, and at least 9 planets. Just as the sandcastle has a shape formed by all the grains of sand, it is made of our Our galaxy has a shape formed by all of its stars. We cannot see the shape from Earth, but if we were outside our galaxy, looking at it from a great distance, it might look something like this, with a bulging galactic center and great cloud-like swirls glowing with the lights of billions of stars. From this distance, you cannot see the galaxy stars separately. The Milky Way must be the biggest thing there is. But wait, our galaxy is not alone. Astronomers, the scientists who study stars, report that there are billions of other galaxies out in the darkness that we call space. And all of them are part of something even bigger. The universe. The universe is all the galaxies and all the dark space between them. It is everything that exists anywhere in space and time. Because it is so amazingly big, no one knows what the whole universe really looks like. But here's what a tiny part of it might look like, showing some of the many different kinds of galaxies. The universe is the biggest thing we know. More than likely, we can call it the biggest thing there is. Even with our most powerful telescopes, we cannot see to the end of the universe, so we don't really know how big it is. But this much we do know: it is much bigger than a blue whale. Hope you enjoyed the story. Take care.